Fit. I'm Leria.
And I'm Madeleine, hello.
Right, and if you guys were following all our other videos, you know that we started with some basic technique, just with the jab right, and then we added some hooks. Today we're going to show you what we do when we don't have a boxing bag like we have in the studio, and we only have these pads. So today we're going to do a workout that's a little bit more advanced, a little bit more moving around. We're going to add the hooks, and we're also going to add some of the blocks that we taught you in some of the previous videos. So if you guys are ready, all you need is gloves and some pads, and then follow along. Right, let's have a look. So Madeleine is going to show us, she's going to do the punching. Now remember in the previous video I told you guys that when we hold the pads, we need to make sure that we have a little bit of resistance. So we can't have these floppy arms. If they punch, I'm going to hurt my shoulder. So we always want to resist and meet a little bit, try to go forward when the person's going to punch. Now in the hooks, we have to change the angle of the pad. Obviously, as we explained, the hook goes through, the elbow lifts up, and we have to turn. So for the person holding the pad, remember you have to turn the angle. So the hook needs to go there. Again, make sure that you have a strong hand or strong arm here. So you can't have a floppy arm. If she punches, I'm going to hurt my shoulder by going back. So I need to give a little bit of resistance, and when she goes, and I give a little bit of a resistance. Right. So if you guys are ready, we're going to start with a very basic. Madeleine is only going to go for a jab, then she's going to go cross, and then she's going to go hook, and then she's going to go cross, and we're going to do that for 10.
And please just always remember, stay in your strong fighting stance, and always, one hand must always protect. So as the one hand goes, you protect, elbows in, and nice tight wrist as well, and twist that fist and rotate your whole body.
Yes, don't forget all the techniques that we taught you in the previous videos. Okay, let's go. Right, so we're going to go forward. Nice. Good. Good. Nice strong arms. That's it. 2 more. And 1 more. Well done. So remember, we want to have strong arms when we hold the pads so that we don't hurt our shoulders when the other person is punching. Right, so now we're going to add a double hook. So Madeleine is going to go and she's going to do a jab and a cross, and she's going to go a double, and this is her lead hook. She's going to go for a double lead hook.
Okay, so then
we're going to go for 10.
So we're going to go, let's just go
so
slow. Jab, cross,
hook, and hook.
See, I just want to make sure I know this time what she wants me to do.
Okay, so we're going to follow along for that. So we're going to go cross, and hook, and pause. Nice. Cross, hook, and hook. Good. Nice. Good. Nice. Good. And go again. Sorry, and 1 more. Well done.
Woo! I love it. This is lots of fun.
Okay. So when we add, for the next one, we're going to add the rear hook as well. So guys, remember for that one, we need to now turn and step through. You're going to use your opposite hand. So for this one, we're going to go for a jab slowly, then we're going to go cross. We're going to go lead hook, and then we're going to go for the rear hook. Again, make sure that these arms are nice and strong when you hold the pads. We don't want to get hurt. Okay. So we're going to go for 10 of these.
Okay, so 1, 2, hook, hook.
Yes, and remember that you guys, like you see now what Madeline's doing, make sure that we use the hip, keep the elbows up.
Yeah, you don't want to throw the hook from here. You want to keep it nice and tight. Turn, back in your stance. After everything, back in your stance. Contract the abs, glutes tight, nice strong stance.
Okay, let's go one time slowly again. So we're going to go for a jab, a cross, a hook, and okay, ready, we're going to go for 10, and nice.
Wait.
Good. Good. Nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. And breathe. Right, so today, like you saw here, we were just standing still. So when we start, we can just both stand in our fighting stance, have a nice strong stance, and then we can do the punches. But when you're ready, we can also move around a bit. Right, so the important thing here is that you understand your partner, that you guys are on the same page, otherwise you might run the risk of getting punched in the face. So what we're going to do now is, for 1 minute, I'm going to be calling it. So I would just tell her that she's going to either go for a jab, or she's going to go for a cross, or a hook, or a hook. Obviously, she will know which hook, by me lifting up the pad. Right, so make sure that you guys follow along. She will see by what hand I'm holding up what is the punch.
Yeah, the more you get to know your training partner, the quicker, the easier you react. If you see the pad is here, you know it's this one and this one and this one. So you just look at your partner. But for now, Leria will call it as well.
Yes, and what we're going to do, so we want you guys to start learning to moving around a little bit. So we're going to move a little bit. We're also going to add some blocks. Now, I'm going to go very softly at first, and you guys at home, do it softly, start carefully, in case you forget to block.
Yeah, normally when people start with this, they think like, oh, they must hit their training. You don't hurt your training partner. That's the person that's going to help you. It's not for hurting one another, it's to get fit.
Yes. So we're going to add, so if I go, we're going to just one side, show you slowly. So if I were to go, Madeleine would punch, and I could possibly go this way. So if I would punch her back, she's going to block there. If I go for a lower one, she's going to block there.
Okay, so hip, hip, or you
yes, if you guys remember, we showed you how to just, it's like a little side crunch, or you just keep it up. We're going to protect the face. Okay, are you ready? 2, 2, and 1, 1, 1, and block. Nice. And we move and we breathe. Let's go again. 2, 2 hook. Nice. 2 hook. And block. Nice. 2, 2, 2, and hook. Hook, hook, and hook your block. Good. Okay. Right. Let's go again for 2, 2 hook, and block. Nice. Let's go again. 2, 2, and 1, 1, 2, and breathe. And move, guys. If you need to move, you can also just stick it out there. She's going to gauge your distance. Right. Let's go again. 2, block. Let's go again. 2 hook. This side. Nice. Again.
That's a reload.
And pause and breathe. And one more. Let's go 2. Nice. Okay, so as you guys see there, sometimes we miss it. Sometimes we miss the timing. Sometimes we read the wrong signals. So don't panic about that. It's important that you start slow. Understand your partner. If you miss it, we just reset and we do it again. And just be careful of the face. That's why I say don't go full power if you haven't practiced it a few times. Just make sure that you understand what you guys are doing.
Yes, and it's all part of it's like a game. So if you miss it, it's okay. And I just want to add, me making this sound, it's not trying to be fancy. It helps me. So don't be afraid. Like the people playing tennis, if you let out a sound, it's almost like you have more power. And for me, it's more fun then.
What you also do is when you actually exhale on that sort of power, when you release it, you have a lot more power. If we hold our breath, we end up running out of steam because we're not sure how to regulate our breathing. So it's very important that when you're actually going to throw that punch, then you want to exhale and get that breath out.
It's
so it
also
helps if you make a sound.
Yeah, if you exhale and you make that sound, you automatically contract your abs, because if you were in a fight, after every strike, your abs need to be tight because you're going to get a counter attack back. So the sound, hush, and then keep it tight. It helps with that as well.
Good. Right, so we're going to show you one more. We can do the same. We're going to call it. We're going to try and move it a little bit. Madeleine's going to gauge your distance. She's going to block. We're going to throw in some blocks on the side. And we're going to do 1 more minute like that. Okay, ready? So let's go. And 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2 hook. Go again, 1, 2 hook like that. 1, 2 hook. 1, 2 hook. Nice. Again, 1, 2 hook. Good. 2. 2. 1, 2 hook. Yes. 2. 2. 2. 2. The side. Nice. Okay, let's go for 4. 1 more time. And 4. Nice. Good. So guys, you guys can play around. You can change it up, add the hooks, add the blocks, go for double hooks, double jabs. So whatever you've learned in the previous videos, we can do it in this set. So you guys are going to be just having fun. Take your time, read each other, give it maybe a good minute workout. You can see here that Madeleine's worked up quite a sweat. You definitely get quite, out of breath when we do this. But it's fun, it's line playing. And then again, as we've mentioned before, if you don't have pads, you can also do the same on the gloves. So you can also put gloves on, both people can have their gloves, and then maybe just go a little bit softer.
You just hold this
and then
as your focus mitts.
Yes, and you just play around. Okay, right guys, so it was fun showing you. We're going to be back in the next video. We're going to show you guys how to add some uppercuts, and we're going to do some dips and blocks all in that set. So stay tuned and we'll see you next time.
See you.
Cheers.